Blog Talk Radio.
Yeah, I focus on the cross, but they won't ever say that about the Holocaust. What the hell am I thought? Man, no man, I'm a must be up and lost. Looking at the timeline, I find fault. So cut the check and pay the cost. And we ain't talking about millions, we talking about trillions. All I know is that wound need healing. And get our money to help us your feelings. When they cut deals, tell them referees. When they in that meeting on Capitol Hill, tell them referees. Even when they chill, tell them referees. When they in that bank and count the meals, tell them referees. When they cut deals, tell them referees. When they in that meeting on Capitol Hill, tell them referees. Even when they chill, tell them referees. When they in that bank and count the meals, tell them referees. They panicking for the vote, hope I follow the magical wand. And they say they believe in God, so they come with the verse out of John. Second Timothy, something mimicking Hillary. That Arizona's a 1999 memory. You better come with no energy if you want me to punch anything. I ain't playing with you blood suckers again. All skin folk ain't kin folk. Don't let that sucker you in. I got the trouble within. Never see them in the area, only come out when they trying to win. Hit you with they phony smiles and grins. I see the sick like I actor a lens. And yeah, I ride with a speaker who said we can overcome. Said that back in 91, black folks still be getting hung. Most of them incarcerated, heavily exonerated, most of them discriminated. You talk about one nation under God, but you really was pledging to say this. This one dedicated to you Republicans and you Democrats. You don't support reparations for cutting the check and you black, I ain't dealing with that. If you have to leave, then I have to do black and I won't give a give about you turning your back. If you got an issue with not me, it's with you, so go check yourself for your body collapse. Yeah. When they cut deals, tell them referees. When they in that meeting on Capitol Hill, tell them referees. Even when they chill, tell them referees. When they in that bank and count the meals, tell them referees. When they cut deals, tell them referees. When they in that meeting on Capitol Hill, tell them referees. Even when they chill, tell them referees. When they in that bank and count the meals, tell them referees.
Hey, gotta be, hey. But Jane, ooh. Hey, hey. It ain't you, it's your body, hey. Your body, baby. It ain't you, it's your body, hey. Your body, hey. Put it all on me, baby. Let me see you tweak it, twerk it like a freak. Let's see, I got them freaking to my song. I got them freaking to my song. Got them freaking to my song. Hey. Somebody come and get her, she gon' kill the scene. Baby, you the bum booty going by the beam. Tell me, baby, are you into right things? I can't be specific, it's a lot of things that I can do to you to make your body scream. So put it on me, good it at me buying things. BG, Fendi, how you try and sing? Ain't no mobile crazy, you get diamond rings. Limo, digit, diamond, now they black on black. You in the race, I'm in the race, zooming back to back. Made no mistake, why would you say it ain't no taking it back? Whoa, I got on one knee, gave you that ring, ain't no taking it back. So, excuse me, I'm just veering off into the future. It's your body, it's a naughty, damn it, so seduce it. With that in my mouth, watch out, I'ma do it. With this juicy up on you, it ain't nothing to it. It's your body, hey. Your body, baby, it ain't you. It's your body, hey. Your body, hey. Put it all on me, baby. Let me see you tweak it, twerk it like a freak. Let's see, I got them freaking to my song. I got them freaking to my song. Got them freaking to my song. Hey. you keep me looking down. Yeah.
answers to long, horrific questions about the stain of slavery are not going to solve the inequality problem. We need to focus on wealth creation and wealth generation, and to do that, we must bring the descendants of slaves into equality with this nation, and that's what I propose in this $14 trillion proposal to provide reparations, not only for the sin or the atonement of the sin of slavery and Jim Crowism and desegregation, both de facto and de jure, but to cause America to live up to the concept and the notion that this nation was born on the idea of American exceptionalism.
Origins of the racial wealth gap are enslavement and its aftermath. Not just enslavement, but we also have to pay attention to the aftermath, to the economic terrorism that existed. If you look at 1880, the ratio of black wealth to white wealth, blacks had $1 for every $36 that whites had. But by 1910, that had dropped to $1 for every $16. In other words, black people were making progress. Then you had this rash of Jim Crow laws passed, lynchings that most people think lynchings were about sex, but they weren't. They're about economics. Black people owning businesses, black people trying to unionize, trying to organize as farmers. And so we can look at the enslavement period, but look at the rest of it. people were actively discouraged from accumulating wealth. And that's why the reparations issue is so important.
At the very same time that America refused to give the Negro any land, through an act of Congress, our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest, which meant that it was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor. But not only did they give the land,
modern day Black Panther, following the lead of a dream of hollow screaming through Dr. King's rarest banter. We was commanders amongst a bunch of Ned Flanders and 20 and some odd Africans that portrayed planters. Y'all the reason for the everlasting dying season. America, the nebula of the indecent. You owe us for all the years enduring every mistreatment. Plots to kill us, sicking dogs for no reason. Gentrification with no invitation. They got the nerve to be worried about y'all streets when Black Wall Street was all sweet. The pinnacle of black is facts when we all eat. And when we don't, look at Compton, look at Marcy. Came into our land Nazi-like before the Nazis. Infiltrated tribes and softened up all the armies. Then you stole our identity and set us up with proxies. America, you owe us.
they built land-grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm. Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low interest rates in order that they could mechanize their farm. This is what we are faced with, and this is the reality.
I just pray that God's forgiven thee. Whole country robbed, mother sobbed, her son's life taken from a cop. Gotta stop the enemy. Lowest educated, most incarcerated, highest aborted. They selling melanin, all without a penalty. Disguised as entities, providing remedies, deprived amenities, created obscenities, and stripped us of dignity. And we the Trinity, full of divinity, deprived from infinity. That's how we built the shit up off our backs, all black.
When we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
You're listening live to On the Move Unscripted with your host, Patricia M. Goins and Mr. Stout on www.blogtalkradio.com/Patricia Goins. Call in now. We're live at 516-387-1247.
What's going on? Yeah. You have tuned in to another episode of On the Move Unscripted with Patricia M. Goins
and Mr. Stout. What it do?
What's going on, Boo Bear? Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yo, what's going on?
We got a lot to talk about.
Wow, it is.
We didn't come on last week, right?
Right.
Probably didn't come on the week before. We took a little, we've been spreading them out a little bit, right? And in our absence, right, it's summertime. And in our absence, a lot been going on.
It has.
And today we wanted to come up here and we wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, a little bit. Let's talk about it. Let's go.
But first, how have you been? Are you ready for AC3 coming up?
Yes,
I think it's
am.
September. What is it? September September 28th through the 30th.
Yeah.
In Atlanta.
Yeah, it also is going into October as well.
Oh, it's going into October.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like the ones that I've been to in the prior years. There was like a lot of good connections, networking, and having a good time. So hopefully, like they can still do that for this time too. Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah. A lot's been happening.
Oh yeah, the world is on fire.
Oh my gosh! So I don't even know where to start. So I guess we'll start with the whole Alabama Riverboat Brawl, right?
Yeah, we can go there because okay. There's some things there.
When that first splashed across my computer, my spirit wasn't ready. I was having one of them kind of days. I just couldn't take in the negativity.
Yeah. Okay, I see. When I seen it, yeah.
When I seen it, I was like, nah. I can't.
It was early. It was early with it. Like this happened last night. I'm looking around like this just happened.
Oh my!
Like when did this happen? Like this is yesterday.
It's crazy because first and foremost, they kept calling the black male the security, but he was not security. He was like the co-captain,
co-captain of that ship right there that was coming in Montgomery, hashtag that.
Right, and he was coming in on the Harriet.
Yeah, Harriet 2. Yeah.
Harriet 2. Harriet 2 backslash, in my mind, Harriet Tubman's spirit on the house. So anyway, the captain yells for them to move their boat. These boaters or whatever. They were parked illegally.
Yeah.
They had their boat, and they was, I guess, intoxicated and acting a fool, and they was not being obedient to what they were saying to do. And so
maritime laws. That's what it was.
It was
maritime laws is like you got to move smaller vessels. You have to move out of the way for bigger vessels. It doesn't matter. So yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so that's what was going on. But they wasn't. In fact, they was yelling. They was fussing. They probably saw all those black people on that boat. I don't know. So they refused to move. The co-boat captain got off the boat and was telling them they had to move. And when they didn't do it, he started to move themselves. One of the people from the boat came and jumped on him, right? And it just seemed like it went on from there. They were arguing at first, but then he took a blow. What I was tripped out about is the way the co-captain threw up that hat. It was like, come get him, y'all, like cabaret, like he threw up that hat, and then he fighting the white. More of the white people came from the boat that was parked illegally, and they all jumped in.
Yeah.
They hit the little co-captain's little helper, the little 16-year-old. They hit him in the stomach. He was trying before little thing. That was too much for his soul. He was only 16.
Wow.
He wouldn't love that life. He just won't go to something. He's like, y'all can have this. Somebody else going to help him. You know what I'm saying? So they're fighting. Mind you, all these people on the Harriet, too,
was trying to get,
was watching this whole thing go down. Some of them actually were crew members and stuff like that, right? And so one particular young man couldn't take it.
Right.
He was like, I'm not about to wait for this boat to reach that dock. They beating him down. He jumps in the water like Superman, swims across with the speed like Aquaman, jumps up on the shore like the Incredible Hulk.
Took his shoes off, though.
He took his shoes off, tore his shoes off, and went in. Did you see where he body slammed that big boy? I mean, this guy was only 16, little boy was only 16. Somebody in the Olympics needs to get him, because anybody who can jump out of the boat, swim across like that, jump up on that, throw up his stuff, and still fight a whole bunch of people, got locked back on energy. He can win some medals, y'all. Y'all people better understand.
I know it was like it was a real bad situation that happened overall, the whole thing, but it's like, why are we like this right now still? Like, why are we not cordial enough to be with one another so everybody can have a good time?
You talking about Alabama?
I mean, but still, Alabama made plenty of good money, and you have to the backs off of the people that is right there right now as the kinfolk of that right there. So let live and let live. Why not?
And that's what should be, and that is what we need to work towards. But I don't know. It's like, I don't know. There's always been an underlying division, but in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, when we elected the first African American president, it was like what was like under the cover racism. You know, we're going past the 60s and all that. You know, there was a segment of time, I want to say from the late 70s all the way up till, you know what I'm saying, till Obama got elected, that it was there, but it wasn't like allowed to be in your face per se, like that, blatant.
Right.
But when Obama went on a campaign trail, I completely remember, you know, nooses being thrown over a building as a sign that they were going to start hanging people. Then remember start hearing about these quote-unquote suicides off of trees and swings that we're like, how the heck did that happen? You know, and his hands were tied, you know, and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So to me, when we elected the first African-American president, that like brought up what was hidden under the surface. And then when Trump became president, it just took it to another level. It's just all in your face. And for whatever reason, you would have thought that the horrid experience of George Floyd and what we went through as a world through the pandemic, and all that kind of stuff, the people would start understanding the importance of unity. But
I think people did start to understand the part of unity, but then also understand how the way we have legislation and governments around the world that have ways to put the pressure on the people and make us have to go through these kind of things. Well, it's like some sort of a lab experiment or something like that, and they put it amongst all these people. Those who got the power, that they utilize this kind of power to see if it will work or get away with it or something like that. And these are the things that they've been doing to people. I mean, I may be off track, or saying what I'm saying, but this is just my own personal, thinking of from what I assess of what's going on in our society, just from what we're just dealing with in our country here, what's going on around the world, and then how things of politics are going on. It's all kind of boiling down to that kind of thing. When it goes to something that's racial, there's factions of people who actually want to see this go on, and people out there actually want to see it not go on, and that's the real crux of how the way you eradicate that. But then who is funneling all that kind of money to make these kind of things still happen? And the whole thing with Donald Trump, I'm really not a Donald Trump fan. I mean, I know I'm not against the Republicans or with their agenda of a lot of things they have done past prior to Donald Trump, but at the same time, it's they're doing things that right now that it's it's really it's not doing anything to help the people. What's going on in Maui right now is we're controlled by the Republican Party, all right, in the Senate, right? They're in the House. So why are they doing anything right now for emergency? So you're going to blame it all on Joe Biden, but people don't know that who really has the power to say yes to things, make things happen, is that with the Congress. So I can call BS when we see it, but if somebody was really in control of making things happen, they would have been over there right now. What happened to all these disasters and all these things that happen in the political side or social side, things could be eradicated a little bit better. But I think that they want this to kind of happen.
That's unfortunate, but I'm going to tell you what, I think the spirit of Harriet Tubman is the one that gave the old boy that white folding chair. I'm telling you, the folding chair is messed up. The folding chairs, every time you see the video, somebody was at the store buying the folding chairs. White folding chairs, all kind of folding chairs. Them companies made money last week. The last 2 weeks.
They got a folding chair folding
chain. Came and threw him the folding chair and he smacked it. Although that wasn't right, though. She was already down, bro.
Wrong person, yeah.
She was already
down. We got your frustration, bro. Somebody gonna get it.
You know what? I watched it, and I was just like, wow. But the unity of the people on that boat, the unity of the people on that Harriet Tubman, I don't call it the Harriet Tubman, the Harriet too, which that is not the original reason why they named it Harriet, but hey, Harriet too came through.
Right, you pulled right up on them.
The unity.
I did see on one of the stations out there, I forget the station that's in Kentucky, but they did do something that was a real a real good conversation to the captain and the co-captain and try to assess the situation, and they talked about both sides of what happened, but they also all agreed that those guys were being being some a-holes. So,
yeah, because they said they were yelling racial slurs and all that kind of stuff. Other parts. So I always try to find. If there's a little bit of humor to soften it, I always try to find it right.
Me too.
So the only thing that I laughed at is when the guys got off the boat and they were skipping towards the other boat. The three guys looked like they was part of Ray Ray and them club.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was
anytime you see guys skipping and running towards the fight, you know it's about to be some trouble.
Oh, everybody with no shirt on. The melanated guys is they got in that boat. I see people jumping in the water, people getting pushed to the water. It was just outrageous, and I see a lot of different perspectives. And
a lot of white people was coming up and saying y'all was wrong.
Yeah.
A lot of so there are white people who do believe that
Alabama, man, is a mixed state, man. There's no, you know, it's just like how the way that the politics are ran, how the way they want to be able to make things like antebellum and all that stuff still and make that remain. But let people live their fucking life. I'm sorry.
Remember that movie?
Live their lives.
Remember that movie Antebellum that they put out right before the George Floyd thing?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if y'all saw it, and I forget what's the actor's name that actually, the singer's name that actually wrote it. Is it Jonay?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I forget her name, but anyway, they put that movie out,
something like that, yeah.
Antebellum, in the middle of one of the biggest racial riot type situations, because the thing with George Floyd had just happened. I thought that was the worst thing the mainstream media could have done. Why would you do that? Why would you throw that out there, you know, at that time? You know, I just feel like I've seen enough slave movies, so blasted. I feel like I've been looking at the slave movies and the cabin, you know, the maid, you know, talking like that broken slavery South words to the white man. So I've seen so many movies about the horrible things that African Americans went through. I grew up watching it. I promise you, there has been other things that have happened to other races. You know, you got the Holocaust, you got a lot of other stuff that has happened, but only thing they love to show is the movies of black people getting beat down. I am so tired of that. I am. Like, fine, isn't there something else to show movies about?
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of things. Talk about, you know, the guy who came in with the traffic light. All right, so how about that?
Yeah, why not make some movies about some of the inventors instead of just, you know, talking about the slavery and all that crazy.
There's a lot of achievements
why we gotta
that
keep reliving
black folks, that's why it's CRT, but if you don't want to talk about the history of those things that would happen in the brutality that was happening in this country due to slavery, how about talk about the achievements of what the things that people, you know, who persevered through that. I think that would be a better storyline of trying to make America say, okay, let's, like, you know, make things. There's a lot of things that black people have done in this country for achievement. So there's, like, you know, get to the story of that. Instead of breaking everybody down.
Go check them plantation museums out. There might be some real people they holding hostage over there. It be something and something about everything. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I don't know. I just hate that movie. Really, it really hurt my spirit because I felt like, why would you put that out right now? You know, when they did it, when they put it out then. Mm-hmm. And so it bugs my mind. And I think, I don't know, it bugs my mind. So the other thing that we wanted to talk about definitely is what's going over there in Maui. And I don't think enough people even understand or are aware. They just did a press conference about an hour, not even an hour ago, probably 20 minutes ago, about the stuff that we were talking about in the Atlanta Music Industry Group right before the show came on. Because, you know, I do my strolling through YouTube and social media to see what's going on in the world. And I ran across something, a post about what was going on with Maui and how they felt like, and they named some big names like Oprah Winfrey and stuff, about people buying land over there and what's going on over there, and the people not getting the help. That's what really hurt my heart. The woman that got on there crying because she said they are stopping the help from coming through. They're not, some of the donations they're not allowing to go through because they said it's not being delivered by a certified person or whatever. But you got people that's hungry. I understand you worry about food poisoning and stuff like that, but these people are worried about their community. Because the resources and things that needs to be there from, you know, around the world or FEMA or whatever, I guess it's not making it to the people.
It's not getting to them. Yeah, that's it's very heartbreaking and you know, I know we have, like, you know, some places where you can donate, so you can do Red Cross, but also looks like the verified type of donations you can make and stuff like that. We should really be doing that. We've done it for a lot of different things, and Hawaii is a part of, you know, United States, and it seems like everybody seems like, you know, because it seems so far away, that people are not, like, you know, jumping to, you know, what's going on for this, like, to, like, really, like, show up, because, but if they're being blocked, then that's another thing that's going on. It's like,
that's like
what
on different levels.
that?
But I can't believe why I haven't seen these celebrities. Are y'all on strike still? Is everybody on strike? I don't understand why there has not
that's
been
another thing,
any or I haven't seen. I haven't run across. Maybe there are, and I just haven't run across. I haven't seen any celebrities saying, "Come help." Hawaii, Maui. Yes, Hawaii is still part of the United States, y'all. I know y'all remember. Was it geography class? I was there most of the time. I don't think I played hooky all the time. I haven't seen any celebrities, any big mainstream artists. Nobody really pushing. Come on, let's help them. They're still a part of us.
Right.
They're still part of the United States. They still are part of that. So we need, all the big wig people, while y'all out here throwing out these music videos and these big, events and stuff like that, make sure that you are talking about the fact that we got almost a whole island of people that have been burnt down. And the woman said the death toll is much more than what they're reporting. She said they're reporting like 80 or 100 or whatever, but she said there are hundreds, not thousands.
Thousands of people.
There are people's bodies that are just floating in the water.
Right.
She said, and tourists
still coming in.
Are still coming. What are y'all coming to look at?
Right. Tourists are coming in.
Come on now. What are you coming to look at?
People have to cancel their weddings and all that stuff, and they still want to make it happen because they spend so much money. Like you said, spend that money on helping out, the citizens. This is terrible. It really is. We got to look at some more information about, who else, who's definitely, local things that we can help out with as well. Said the Red Cross, but if we could look into that, how the way that is verified, that we can, we'll have it, on the show.
She was crying.
Yeah, I've seen that.
She said instead of spending that $5 on Starbucks, please donate it. If you don't want to, I guess she had and I posted it in the Atlanta Music Industry Group, so I guess she has, a fundraiser. But she said, this is how sincere. She said, if you don't want to send it to me, I don't care. Find one that's certified and send it to them. But help us. The government is not helping us. Now, they just did, 20 minutes ago, they got on the officials in Hawaii. They got up there and they started talking about the situation. And what makes me worry about the whole thing about celebrities and rich people going down there and buying land and all that kind of jazz is because he said it in the news conference.
Right.
He said, we're not gonna allow you to come and take these people's land. You're not going to be able to benefit off of their pain, suffering, and hardship and traumatic situation. So that makes me feel like there's some truth into what what was his name? It was the podcaster. I liked his graphics too. I can't think, but I posted it in the Atlanta Music Industry Group on Facebook. But there was some truth to that because why would the governor get up there and have to even say that?
All right.
Like he said, we're putting rules and information stuff into place so that y'all cannot come out here and buy the land from these people. That's crazy. Now, instead of you trying to help them to rebuild their land, you trying to figure out how you can buy it.
Yeah, when I seen that picture of Oprah just putting pills behind people's back, I was like, WTF, man.
Right. Oprah.
Come on, Oprah.
I don't know what's going on right now, Oprah. I love Oprah, too, so I don't know. My feelings would be hurt if I don't know if they trying to bring Oprah down or if Oprah really doing some
part of that.
stuff. I don't know I don't know. I don't like to spread fake news, so I don't want to say. I don't know. I don't know because I'm not there. Oprah I've watched and looked up to Oprah all my life. Since I was a little girl, and my grandma used to watch the Oprah Winfrey show and all that kind of stuff. So I would hope and pray that what they're saying is not true.
I mean, I hope not either. I definitely also grew up with her, but
why
you never know.
Keep popping up?
I've seen her on a few things.
Is somebody trying to take her down?
I follow her.
Or is something really happening?
I mean,
what's going on?
What is the odds that to happen something like that for that she
you saw the
video
of her out there?
Yeah.
So she really was out there putting pillows behind people's heads?
In the facilities. Yeah.
How was she able to get there and other people can't get there with donations and stuff?
They're saying the National Guard was blocking things.
But they let her in with a camera crew? I don't get it. I don't know, y'all.
Yeah.
So the other thing they're talking about is why were the sirens not?
Yeah.
They said they got at least 80 sirens around that land.
That do like from 3,400 feet.
And why did they not release them?
11. That's 11 football fields. So
why would they not siren when there's a vast thunderstorm or the potential of a hurricane or a tornado? You hear the sirens right off the bat. Why were there no sirens? That don't even make sense to me. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I haven't been able to catch. The guy said Biden's on his way. I don't know where Biden been, but he's on his. Stop. He's on his way.
He just woke up.
He's on his way over there to talk about the situation. Maui. I don't know. Somebody called him and said, "Look, Biden, you need to go on that."
He's like, "Look,
it ain't looking good. The internet is talking, baby. Go get on that plane. Cannot call them." But they said Biden's on his way over there. I think they said tomorrow. I don't know where he was today.
No, I'm not show up on Thursday. I just woke up on Monday. Like,
and I'm. This is not me. This is not a speculation. I sat there and watched that part of the live news conference just 30 minutes ago, and they said that Biden said he on his way.
Okay. Oprah got there first.
How Oprah get there first?
FEMA is acting up and saying, and the Red Cross is only right now the only one that's really doing anything that's like, really helping anybody.
And the woman was crying about that because she said they weren't even getting the help from FEMA that they needed. It's like they're almost. It reminds me of the devastation of Hurricane Katrina. Remember how bad that was?
Yeah.
And remember how they wasn't getting help for a long time?
It was
and they was mad at Bush because they said Bush didn't act quick enough. He didn't do what needed to be done.
Yeah.
Remember, people had to be all up in the dome and stuff, and all the stuff, the craziness that was going on. This reminds me of that. The way that woman got on there, it was several people. And they talking about missing children and all kinds. There's a lot of. I don't know how much of it is, but the people was crying. So there's got to be some truth to what's. You know what I'm saying? There's something, some information, some hidden stuff. I think some stuff is going to come out of this. There's something more to this.
Yeah.
Than we know, because I don't get why there wasn't sirens. I don't understand it. You got a whole
thing is that's a big red flag. Yeah, it's a big red flag.
Yeah, why would there no sirens?
And if it was a test run or something that they were trying to do, for training firefighters, I did hear something to that effect. But they knew that the breeze of the wind it was whipping. Like it's in the middle of the summer and there's a breeze from the wind that could definitely create a fire. Like it's going to burn everything the hell down. And then another thing, like you didn't really see, like how did the fire get put out? Was it fire departments? They talking to fire departments. Like how did the fire burn out?
I think in some places it's still, because the lady was
still burning. Yeah, still burning. Yeah.
This woman looked exhausted.
Yeah.
She had you could see
her whole
car packed with stuff. Yeah. And she's like, I've been out here for 4 days trying my best. You got people that's hungry. They don't have no supplies. They don't have no gas in their car, so they can't go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got no Pampers, no diapers. People are trying to go. People in Hawaii are trying to help each other because they're not getting help from the other United States of America. But Biden, I don't want to call him Joey. President Biden said he'll be there tomorrow.
All right, well, fire that shit up, man. Get your ass on over there, sir.
Right. Why were you over there the day after, 2 days? How Oprah beat you there?
You ain't seen Kamala over there? At least you did that. Somebody get on the damn phone.
Somebody. I don't get. How did Oprah beat Biden there?
Yeah. What's going on? Got to find out, man, what's going on with these things. I guess the people do know, but you just don't know what's happening, like when it's coming. You know what I mean? So you just kind of be like, what's next? But I think that people need to take a lot of these things that's going on, like, don't take it with a grain of salt, man. Like, really learn with this thing. Like, look, like we all are going through something by something that they're putting upon us, and we got to like start to wake up on it, like prepare for this. Like, yeah.
You know what what they said during the live press conference? They said, don't believe everything you hear in social media. Right. Don't believe everything that they put out there because we already know the government behind it.
Got that yayo up in there in the White House.
Tell the truth about everything. There's something like Inspector Gadget, like Sherlock Holmes, like there's something. And then why are y'all trying to buy land all these people? Is the town is still burning, y'all. They ain't even got their bodies.
The books they already got out right now.
They got books. They selling books about already.
Maui fire.
I hope y'all donating some of that money out there so they can help them. How are y'all putting out books? Did it just happen? How long ago it happened?
3 days ago.
And y'all got books out already?
Like, this is
who y'all got? Who's your editor? Who's your writer?
They say, but they
take me 3 months.
So that was like AI.
About a whole daggone for me to write a book. For me to write a book, y'all. And I'm an author. I done wrote 7 or 8 books. First of all, I got to have the idea, the concept. Once I get the idea and the concept, it really does take me some weeks to, if not months, to get it all on paper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got to go through your editing, and that might take an extra week or whatever. It might take me at least 2 months to at least put a book together if I'm serious and I'm doing it 8 hours a day. Yo, this was 4 days ago.
That's AI, guys.
They got books out already.
They probably had the storyline and everything, and they put it to AI and AI.
Why would they have a storyline about something that ain't happened yet?
Well, it was like 3 days ago. There's that TikTok music in the background. They were like,
yes. Why y'all ain't putting up no sirens?
Why
y'all trying to buy land already? The place has only been on fire for 4 days, and y'all the only thing y'all can think about is, how many diapers and how much water and how much money and help I can send. You come up there and say, I got an offer for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's like the devil.
They was like, burn it down. Like, we starting to play with fire.
I got an offer for you. I'll take that little burning land right on off your hands. What? I'm still trying to find my loved ones. I'm still trying to find people that's missing. We still got needs over here. We don't got no water over here. We don't got no food over here. We don't got health care type stuff over here. We don't got the things we need. And you come talking about, can I get your land? Y'all wrong.
It sounds like it's like they did it. They did it.
Some ain't adding up. I'm just still stuck on how did Oprah get there before. I'm going to let that go.
All right. I'm trying to find out, but there's a lot of other things that's also going on with, throughout this time, right? Like, that's one of the biggest things in Maui. I'm hoping that, we can resolve this and get something like some sort of order for them. Hopefully, before the weekend. I think
the thing in Maui and the Alabama Riverboat Brawl kind of happened at the same time, and so we got distracted. We saw that there was a fire in Maui, and it looked bad, but them kicking each other's tail on that riverboat, it had its captivators. We ain't never seen them.
Spider-Man versus Aquaman Part 9, that was something different. And that was going on with.
We ain't never seen nothing like that. That was wild, yeah. So this is our way of really trying to bring out the awareness of what's needed and what's going on over in Maui. They need your help. If they're, definitely, I know we're going to donate. I hope that all of you will donate. You have your favorite charities, I'm sure, your churches and stuff like that you donate to. But also set aside some. If you donate to the church, give the church half of it and give the other half to, organization that's over there. Like if you usually get, 6 scoops of cream and sugar in your coffee, cut down. Don't get coffee today. Send that money.
Right.
If you usually eat it, Mickey D been around a long time. That is not gonna die without your money. Like help
Send
out.
It over.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what being a part of the United States is all about, and Hawaii is a part of that.
Right.
We're supposed to come together.
Sure.
And come together does not mean try to see how you can profit off of somebody else's pain.
No, revitalize that place. We're going to have to do that, man.
Help them people build their land up, not try to figure out how you can get it for the low. That's just scandalous. You have to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to really feel bad that these people are over there still trying to find their kids, their mamas, their daddies, their grandpas, their watching Uncle JoJo and everybody, their dead loved ones in the water, dead, and y'all trying to buy their land. That's a damn shame.
They're going to have to, they're going to get sued. The government will get sued over that because of the fact that they didn't have the horns and all that stuff, like the alert system.
But you need to be over there you need to be there tonight.
Oh yeah, Fox will eat that shit up right there. Fox will be all over that. Like, you see that? Look at that. Look at that. Donald Trump did that.
Yeah, we don't even talk about Donald Trump. I don't even understand how this man can. Every time I turn around, he gets indicted for something. How is he still able to run for president? I don't understand. You know what? Ain't nothing made sense to me since 2020. I swear to goodness. When they when they started selling stock right before everything started closing down, they didn't do that. Martha, I think you need to talk some smack because they put you in jail for that. You know what I'm saying? You had to come out and smoke weed with the Snoop Dogg to get past that thing.
Yeah, did a whole new TV show and got mad popular again. It's
been like the whole. How did Trump get all the stuff that has happened? And people are still saying, Trump, I don't get, did y'all not just see what happened in 2020 in the 4 years? He was only in there for 4. See, people don't understand. It's about the energy. Yeah, it's his energy. And the thing I know that you said you're not a fan because you lived in Jersey, right near New York. So you remember what happened when he was out there. Yeah. And I remember, what's the one thing that you always talk about?
Central Park 5,
Central Park 5, and how he treated that whole situation.
Yeah, make it seem like,
like they really did all that time in jail for nothing.
And never did it, And they got a coalition for that right there. So, and the things we did with the beauty pageants and all that stuff with those women, just like, there's a opulent life, but he was still a POS, man. So I just don't,
Do you think if Trump was a black man, do you think he would still be able to run for president and get indicted in every state in the state? Georgia came for him. How
that's the way
all
that the
these
Republicans
legal battles and you still able to say vote for me for president? You ain't slick. You figure what you come
the Republican Party
I pardon myself from all experience.
Right.
Like why
that just doesn't happen.
I don't get that either. I don't know what's up with the United States.
Yeah, they're breaking their own promises to themselves, and that's what it's looking like right now. So the empire is crumbling.
You like the bebe of the country. I don't really break my heart here. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Ice Cube.
Today was a good day.
So I remember when Ice Cube and some other people was really on Donald Trump's side and really, Lil Wayne and them. They was all, I don't know if they Kanye West, like everybody. I didn't even know Trump liked rap music like that.
Well, no, they say about him all the time. They've been doing that for years.
But so, I don't know. Now, Ice Cube is, he even got past that because everybody was mad at him for a little while, But he didn't come. He's the controversy man. He's gonna always do something to push. He's like a different kind of 50 Cent. 50 Cent just get away with it.
Right. I'm really going.
But Ice Cube is basically talking about the industry. He's like
a
whistleblower. He's a whistleblower.
Mm-hmm.
He's laying it on the line. He's doing what Kanye West.
Yeah.
But they whenever Kanye West come out and say stuff, they always say Kanye West crazy. But they don't say that about Ice Cube.
No, because they know it's very it's a lot of validity to what he's saying. Like it's valid all the way. And then those players can't say anything. They can't do anything because they're under a gag type of order to say, okay, this is what's happening, but then he still wants to work with them. But, I guess they don't, he already done said a little too much. That's what it's looking like. Is that why they ain't
giving his victory?
But it's still, it's still going. I think it's going to take off. Like and one,
it's 6 years
now. Yeah, it's probably taking longer than it would if he would have had the back and the other partnerships that he needed with the NBA, but it still can be something.
He's a league owner, and I guess they don't want. Why would you not? You got these are older basketball stars, right? Mm-hmm. And then other people who are talented that are coming up and they're doing 3 for 3?
Yeah.
And they're doing it in the summer. They're saying that the NBA is, I guess, saying that there's a no competition
right. No competition clause, yeah.
That the owners have to sign. But he's saying they're not in competition. They play in the summer, completely different seasons from them. They don't even do as many games. Like, what's the big deal?
The WNBA, because that's part of the NBA as well.
Right, but he said they won't even share the schedule so that they can make sure that it doesn't. It's like they're not. Every time you go up to get a sponsorship deal or something, it's like they are the NBA is the one that's stopping them. NBA, why you started to sound a little bit like Monopoly, like.
But I also heard, I don't know if it's a conspiracy or not, but if it's a conspiracy or not, but they were saying that it was like he didn't want to take a COVID shot because he also had a $9 million deal on the table. He said that out of his own mouth. He said that he lost a $9 million movie deal because he refused to take the COVID shot, and he said he didn't want to take the COVID shot because he felt like it wasn't tested long enough. There was too much experimental or whatever. Which I've always felt like they shouldn't have pushed that on people. I do myself ask the question, how is it that you're able to come up with a vaccine in such a short period of time? If you already had like a pandemic, like you already had something that's planned to do something, but you know what it can do. Yeah, I get
How you have a book that comes out that talks about this in the 80s?
Right.
Like, how are we in the Matrix? Which pill did you take, the red pill or the green? Because there's a lot going on that don't make sense.
I think I might have taken the red pill because to understand what was going on, and then like what was the no and not. You go down that rabbit hole, and then you're like, okay, this is it. I don't need to go no further. Are we in the rabbit hole right now? A lot of people are not deep enough in it.
I don't want to go too deep in the rabbit hole because I still got to live.
It's just.
But there's stuff.
The thing that comes to the surface.
Yeah, there's stuff that's like you cannot. There's certain things you just can't deny that you see that's going on. You can't keep acting like you don't see the correlation between private prisons and the music industry or the rap industry.
That's definitely there.
Yeah, and the whatever Ice Cube called them gatekeepers. A lot of people call them gatekeepers. Yeah. There's some stuff going on that we are not seeing on the surface.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ice Cube even said it. He said when they put their music out, he said we never pushed that. We pushed it in our neighborhood. That it was the media that took it to that next level.
Right, they know they can like exploit it.
Yes. There was, from what I hear from one of the videos that I posted in the Atlanta Music Industry Group on Facebook, there was a private conversation. That's what's being said. There was a private conversation back in the early 90s when some executives from different industries, artists, whatever, came together to talk about what they were planning on doing.
Yeah.
And the money that was about to be made with this deal. And it involved the music industry and it involved prisons, private prisons. Right? People can go and do their research and see. But it's so obvious though, because think about it.
It is.
They stopped, like you said, the public enemies, the KRS ones, all the
like the artists, anybody had something that's like uplifting people. Yeah.
They stopped giving them deals.
Right.
And then out came all the trap, drill. You know, everybody walking around looking like what's the one from Chicago? The one that started the little red thing. I can't think of his name.
Chief Keef.
Oh my God! Everybody in the world look like Chief Keef. I'm like, what happened to go to the barbershop and get that nice fade with the little design and stuff? Not everybody want to wear twigs. I remember when we was in Chicago, in Chicago at the time when Chief Keef was at the height of his celebrity.
Yeah.
We got to Georgia, and I looked at all of them like, damn, y'all look like the people over there in Chicago. Like, y'all look like little Chief Keef. Like, the music was... I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we got a visitor.
Right. Also, so let's put on some music, y'all.
Yeah, on the move, unscripted. That's what be happening.
We in the Matrix.
Right. That's the ones that I'm talking about right now. Like, hold on. Too much information.
I don't know. Maybe I need to leave it all in case we gotta have a recording of whatever or whoever is at the door.
Who is it?
Who is it? Oh, okay. All right, we cool.
I want to move unscripted.
I didn't know. First I was like, let's go to some music. I was like, no, we might need some evidence.
It's Jackson.
We're gonna take a quick break, y'all, and we gonna come right back. On the move unscripted.
That was really unscripted right there.
Yeah.
Money, pay me.
after the darkness is light. So don't you be afraid when it comes to long night. Have faith, journey alone. If you don't know, the path is long. But if you try, you'll surely grow to heal past the sorrow that been keeping you low. You will so grow, 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 grow. You got to grow, 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 grow. Even if you're wrong, you're wrong. Even if you can't find your way. Even if the journey is cold. Believe in love today. And I know that you will grow day by day. If you walk with love, you'll never be astray. Just grow, 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 grow. You got to grow, 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 grow. You got to grow past these shortcomings. Slowly and surely, we'll make it through.
What's going on? You have tuned in to the latter end of On the Move Unscripted. That was unscripted. That was unscripted. It was unscripted. Moment. But the thing is, what we were saying about before we went into the break is there was a secret meeting of some type in the 90s, and this is what we have now in the music industry is and how many people are in jail for little petty stuff, or all kind of stuff, you know, and the correlation to how the prison system, the private prison system, corporations get free labor from them, you know, or discounted, you know, because the prisoners are making different items and the corporations are able to sell that out to people wages, for, they're basically paying the prisoners slave wages, like type stuff, you know, but they're charging, you know, the consumers, you know, an escalated amount of price, and they're making a big profit, right? So the guy, what it appears to be is there was some type of agreement where the prisons had to stay full, right? That was like the contract or whatever. And so they felt like the music, if they got more people to push the drill and all that kind of stuff, more people would start to act out what they're hearing in the music, and that would have them be able to arrest these people and put them in jail and have it filled up the way they want it. That makes sense. It does. And when you go back and look at what the media, the mainstream media and the music industry and all the people, what the owners, what they own, and then what their investments are in, it makes you think. You just got to go out and do your own research. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it makes sense. We've already been saying that though, you know. Oh yeah, for a long time I've known about certain things that they've been doing up there with the prison, and how the way that they are setting up, like a lot of these youngsters and older guys as well. We've had shows with guys that came on the show talking about, like, you know, they didn't sat for 10, 15 years, 20 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've had those, the books and stuff like that. The guy had the book, Terrell, or was it Watson, something like that.
a few other guys. Like we had just phone calls with Lady Crystal and stuff like that. Like guys out there in the West Coast who actually been going through that kind of thing. The prison system, and these guys are older now. They're just getting out. From 10 years ago. We just had the other guy that hosted the musician Norman, right, as well. Mm-hmm. So that it's definitely happening.
You can tell, even with the drug thing, they push drug use in the music. Yeah. And now you got a whole generation of people who are addicted to opioids. Right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You even got Beyonce, who's one of the biggest freaking artists ever, got with a song that's telling you, I got to get my prescription. I want to talks about getting high. And people talking about Percocet and Molly's and all, like they're pushing that in the music, and young people are absorbing that, and they're going and acting out what they're hearing. Yeah. So the only way to change that, it's been 50 years of hip hop. Yeah. We've seen a lot of change. Yeah. What do you think, Mr. Stout, can change the direction of music? How can we take back control of our music and of what's going on, and not be used in this high-powered money situation that's happening between the labels, the mainstream media, and the private prisons? And then they said, I just heard them on one of the shows say that Biden just signed something like in 2021 to make it harder for corporations to profit off of private prisons. This is 2021. That means, how long has this been going on?
Oh, for a long time. Yeah, the crime bills and all those things. I think that what they actually can do, like, for the 50th anniversary of hip hop, definitely like big up to all of that as well. I'm really excited about that whole thing, for this, and those people who are celebrating that. But at the same time, we got to take everything we're talking about tonight collectively about how the way it could really work for, our culture, and how the way we like do things in our neighborhoods or in our communities. And I think one of the things, like one of the points that you brought up and stuff about, like, if you are artists, you bring back things that really that help society or the culture compared to drag it down. Like, I remember they had songs about people saying, hey, don't sell crack, don't smoke crack, don't do that stuff. You know what I mean? And then it became, I sell crack, I put it out there. It became that thing. But to actually recognize it and say, and actually to recognize it, to say, okay, this is what we got to change that around. Like, I would actually like get all beats that is to have the self-destruction type beat on there. Like, have another generation right now is out there. Like, the kids are out there that's rocking, and let's see, like, what it is that, that's actually out there, to see to pick their brains, to see, like, what's really going on in the climate of what's real right now, So I don't know, like, a lot of stuff has got to be regurgitated or like brought back, to actually be like heard on a new generational level. Because you talk about 20 years of that, you've been putting this prison system together and also this pipeline, but also you're doing it through a programming of generational music, and that's why these guys are going to prison right now, or they're getting shot, or they got ops. So you created this, through this system of music, because you found a way to work it against the people who are trying to like uplift themselves. So yeah, I think it's a lot that's going wrong with that. But well, I'm gonna do my part.
The states, when I wrote that song, whatever happened to music, it's just like, this is not the music I grew up with. This is not the music that, motivated me. This is not the music that made me fall in love with music. This is, what is this? I'm watching people, I work at a drug treatment center, I'm watching people come in every day who are a product of this. You know what I'm saying? When I worked in the prisons, I'm watching people walk in, young guys, coming in with horror stories and stuff. And I'm looking, I'm literally these 50 years, I ain't been here the whole 50, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm only 54, so 4, I didn't remember none of that. But from what I've seen over my lifespan, I've seen the change.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen how it has gone into a downward spiral. And now you got big celebrities that are freaking getting killed, mainstream rap artists, and stuff like that. Like the music is just so once you see the culprit, once you see the problem, once you uncover the situation, at that point you start to make change. You start to do things. The independent movement is large. Independent artists have the ability to change the shift of music because you outnumber mainstream. You really do. And most of you are at that point where you don't even want to deal from the labels anymore. You want to stay independent. That's what I'm hearing them say. That's what the streets are saying. We don't want, you know.
We don't really need the labels.
We don't need the labels anymore. Social media made that possible for us to go out and get our own money. So you have the ability to change the direction of the music now, too.
Yeah. You definitely have to open up to a different variation.
You got to stand up and be a leader. You cannot, it's okay. You followed, you know, you thought it was cool, okay, but now you understand the results, you know? So now that you see the problem, fix it. Work together, unity, you know? That's what we need to do. We need to unify. I'll talk about that all the time in the Atlanta Music Industry Group, you know. Definitely you can go check out some of the artists in the Atlanta Music Industry Group. Check out the different music review shows that they have. You know, if you're an artist, sing your music. Definitely Mr. Stout works with a lot of different artists. Reach out to him. This man got more connections than I could ever imagine. Like he's been, you've been doing this for 30 years or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, so whenever I give a project to Mr. Stout and I say, Mr. Stout, help me, and he tell me, okay, well, this was, you know, what you got budget, da-da-da, he makes it happen. My brand has grown by leaps and bounds since I have been with you.
Yeah.
You know.
I like to see things happen for artists, though. Like, that's the thing. And then another thing, like, it's like, when I put out something myself, because I don't mind, like, doing something for myself, but I could back it up by putting somebody else's stuff up out there and saying, yeah, like, their stuff is, like, doing something, you know, so, yeah, come get some, hashtag that.
Come get some. So next week, we're going to have, is next week the 23rd, next Wednesday?
Yeah.
So we've started getting new moderators for the Atlanta Music Industry Group. So I can't do it all by myself. Mr. Stout, he can't do it all by himself, you know, or whatever. So we have moderators, people who are coming to help run the group, because we have over 32,000 members, and I can't, you know, much. So one of the moderators is going to be coming on next Wednesday. His name is Terrence. I don't want to say his name wrong. Terrence J. Bennett Sr. So he's got a host of he's coming with a lot to the group. You know, he's bringing a lot to the group. And so we definitely want you to check it out. Check out our interview with him next week. Like a lot. Like you go into the Atlanta Music Industry Group on Facebook, y'all. Atlanta Atlanta Music Industry. Atlanta MUZIC Industry, you know, group on Facebook, or go to AtlantaMusicIndustry.com, you know, and then you can still get to the group or whatever. And it's a join because it's a very interactive group. A lot of people have made worthwhile connections. We've seen people rise, you know, in all different levels in the independent music industry or whatever. Like, we've really just been pushing the indie movement. And we have the ability. There's thousands, millions of us, of independent artists all around the world. We can come together and make a change in music and take control back. The DJs used to have control. They said that the industry took it from them. I'm guessing probably around about that time, in the 90s, somewhere around in there, where they took it from them, right? Yeah. And then they took control of it and started pushing. Ice Cube said a lot of this music that you jam to don't even come from the artist. The artist is not the writer from these labels. It's a group of them, and they make them put out this stuff, but now we understand the agenda. Right.
Yeah, we have to. But it's been out there for a long time. It's been out there for a very long time, and people are waking up to a lot of information. You don't have to sign to these labels, you know what I mean, and put out good quality music. We will listen to it. You can send it to us. You can send it to me at Kid'emStout71@gmail.com. I'll play the music. I know there's some more, right?
They said they ain't even dancing at the clubs no more.
Just standing in there.
They're just standing in there. You know, they looking over their shoulder for the ops.
That's crazy.
So what's going on with Skin Beast Radio before we roll up out of here?
Coming up this Saturday, I'm going to have a couple more interviews. We're still going to definitely do mad joints for 50th anniversary of hip hop. You know, I'm going to do that for the rest of the year. But also have some interviews. I wanted to see if we're going to have Aria the Boss come on the air with us as well because she got a new single that's dropping. My man Buddy is doing some things going on with T-Quest. Gotta Love You Radio's going on, and also Strong Jewel out there with 97.9 out there in Philadelphia. So, we're making some moves.
I'm seeing some of the pictures when we was out at Philly. That was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, to see those. Yeah, you got to check that out. I think you posted up on Atlantic Music Industry Group, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a few things that we've been to. Philadelphia. I think we was out here in Columbus for New Year's. Let's go pictures of that. Yeah, in Jersey. Yeah.
So we're definitely going to still be doing something. The Hook of Atlanta is coming. This is out.
Yeah, be patient.
We're working on it.
Yeah. on its way.
We're working on it. And we're going to be out in Atlanta this month. So that's going to be a fun thing.
Oh yeah, my man Levin. Yeah. We're going to be in the studio.
Buckhead Boys. Remember they came?
Boys,
we got a picture with 11 and Buckhead Boys when they met us at that, what was that?
That was a condo.
That was a high rise. That was nice.
Yeah,
I'm like, they invited us to style. I'm like, all right. Right. Boy, do it. Well, y'all, until next week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, or 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll be back on, and we're going to have our interview with Terrence J. Bennett Sr. I believe I said the whole thing right.
Okay.
He's with Hype Magazine. He's with Next Level DJ.
Okay, yeah.
I hope I don't know if I switch those words around or the title around, but he's got a lot going on.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
Was it TMZ? He's with him. He's got a lot going on. So definitely looking forward to talking with him. And we have some other moderators that we want to bring them on and introduce them so that you kind of know who's running the group. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Who's approving or what. And we are definitely watching a lot of the artists. I've been starting to pin, some of the artists that come through or whatever,
right.
Or the different people in the group so that you can see what's going on. So definitely go to the featured area of the Atlanta Music Industry Group, Facebook group, and you'll be able to see some of the talent, some of the, services or whatever, and just have fun with us. We have a good group. I'm really happy how interactive it is.
It is. It's very fun. To hang out and I like to hear like the different music. That's one of the things I like to go on in and see what's what. I see Chloe Banks. I be like approving her.
Oh yeah.
She's always showing up.
We gotta get her on the show.
Yeah.
Let's get her back on. We're gonna have a better interview this time because I'm gonna be nice. I understand what not to say. Peace and love to y'all until next week.
All right. Peace out. On the Move Unscripted. You already know.
Somebody tell me whatever happened. What happened to me? Somebody tell me. Somebody send out SOS and rescue music. Whatever happened to music, like Marvin Gaye or a Little Prince or some Jodeci. Whatever happened to a little Minute Large and a little Outkast and a little Fuji? Whatever happened to the music? Somebody send out an SOS and save our music. Contact
okay. Must be a reason. Music is dying, so I'm speaking. We used to sing about love and the struggles we faced just because. And when we fell down, it would give the people hope. You listen to a song and remember every note. Forget the 3 minutes, cause the band be on one. If it touch your soul, you can bet it be a long one. That music, it takes you back, let's do it. Bring that back cause we need it. Lord, I receive it. So, some Luther Vandross, some Curtis Blow. But my ears, music got a way to go. And I fear that we never make it. Not until we form our own and we take it. So much talent, but it just get wasted. Cause good music equals no plays. No ownership equals no say. Stop killing in the music, okay? What happened to the music today?
Whatever happened to music? Somebody send out an SOS and save our music. Whatever happened to music? Do you remember that good old music? Whatever happened? Somebody help us. Somebody send out an SOS and save our music.
Do you ask yourself what's going on? There are so much things that's going wrong. Do you understand the way I feel? Yeah. There's just too much people being naughty. Every day I wonder why. So many bad things that make you cry. If we don't stop this fighting, you're gonna end up here with nothing. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Anyone say that things are happening everywhere. Hatred and killing, that's not celebrating.
So there's one more thing that I wanted to talk about before I end today's show. So I have a broadcast on Big O Live that I do. If any of you are familiar with Big O Live, it's an app on your phone, and you can tap into, all kind of different hosts and shows and things of that nature. And I do one, right? So I want to talk about the YouTube thing. So sometimes when I'm doing the Big O Live, I'll tap into my analytics in YouTube, and I see a big surge of views. So I know it's coming from, my Big O Live broadcast. My question is, once the broadcast is over and it's done, what happens to those streams? Because I'll see like 200, 300, 400 streams, on some of the different videos that I share in the group, in my Big O Live, and it'll correlate to my YouTube. But then when I go back later, it's like those streams disappear. So I'm just curious if there's any other YouTubers or people out there who have noticed, something going on with the streams. I don't know. Maybe it's just my account. But I actually, tested it myself, and I actually went to my YouTube analytics at the same time while I'm doing a broadcast just to see, you want to know if those are real viewers that are tuning in, when I do my Big O Live, and then I'm seeing them. I'm seeing the correlation with the number of streams I'm getting at that moment with the different videos. But then when I go back, say, 30 minutes later, an hour later, those streams are gone. So I don't know what that's all about. But I did want to talk about that, and I meant to mention it earlier. We have some tough, deep, long topics today, I just like to bring awareness to what's going on in our world, what's going on around us, some things that are seen and some things that are not seen, and just keeping an eye. Definitely for the people out in Maui, my heart went out. When I saw that video, my heart went out to the people that were basically crying out for help. So I'm glad that they did a live conference tonight, and they talked about what's going on, the efforts or whatever. And I hope that brings awareness and lets people donate. And I hope they start making some changes. And I hope definitely when Biden goes out there, I believe they said tomorrow, he'll be there tomorrow, that he will address what's going on and send in the help that they need, because it's a horrible situation. I remember when I was living in Atlanta and the whole Hurricane Katrina and how that went and how the people weren't getting help. So I hate seeing a repeat of that with this. So I definitely wanted to bring awareness about this and about the music industry. You artists that are making music, be conscious about what you're making. Understand that if you don't make music to help people and you're putting out music to hurt the people, the end result is death in prison, it looks like, and people are making money off of that. So once you know better, you do better. That's the whole thing. Anyway, I appreciate everyone for stopping by tonight and for listening to me and Mr. Stout babble. And I hope that it makes you go and do your own great research. I hope it makes you go and open your eyes. I hope it makes you go and donate, Do what you can do. It's one person at a time, If we all individually try to do something, eventually it's going to make a change. It's going to be different. There's something powerful about unity, We've seen it over and over again. We need to unify, and that's in all areas of life. And definitely, it should never be about color, black, white, green, yellow. It really shouldn't, but it's obvious that it is. So now that we see it, we got to do something about it. We can make a change. We have to make a change. If we want there to be anything worth living for the generations to come, we got to make a change now. So that's really what this whole show is about. But peace and love to everybody out there. I hope that y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful evening. And we'll be back again next week for On the Move Unscripted with our interview with our guest, Terrence J. Bennett Sr. And I hope that you come back. Peace and love, y'all.
Ohio
Lagos.